There are days that mark your life in quiet ways. No big announcement, no fanfare. Just a feeling in your chest that something has shifted, and you will never be the same again. For me, that day was the birth of my granddaughter. I thought I knew what love was. I thought I understood what it meant to care, to protect, to be fully present for another human being. But nothing, absolutely nothing, prepared me for the moment I looked into her tiny face and felt something inside me break open and bloom, all at once. It was not just joy, it was something deeper. A kind of spiritual transformation I never saw coming. That day, I did not just become a grandparent. I became someone softer, more rooted. Someone who suddenly saw the past, present, and future blending together in a single cry from a newborn's lips. If you are a grandparent, or even just dreaming of that chapter one day, this story is for you. Because the truth is, becoming a grandparent doesn't just change your life, it changes your soul. A love unlike anything else. The first time I held my granddaughter, I expected happiness. What I felt instead was awe. She was impossibly small, with a wrinkled forehead and a yawn that seemed too big for her tiny body. And in that moment, I felt this fierce, unexplained love rush through me. It wasn't the same as becoming a parent. With my children, there was responsibility, pressure, sleepless nights and diapers and job stress. But this love was quieter. It had no conditions, no timelines, no expectations. It was pure presence. Why it matters. Grandparent love gives you the chance to love without the burdens of daily parenting. It is healing. It is renewing. It makes you believe in humanity again. Healing. Old wounds. No one tells you that becoming a grandparent can also be healing. I carried guilt for years over mistakes I made as a parent. Missed school plays, harsh words spoken out of stress. I thought I had made peace with it all, but there was still a quiet ache. Then my granddaughter was born, and something began to shift. Through her, I got a second chance. Not to redo the past, but to bring more love into the present. Every story I read her, every song I hum while rocking her, feels like a tiny act of redemption. Why it matters. You do not get to rewrite the past, but through the love you give your grandchildren, you can soften the parts of yourself you once judged harshly. Seeing life through new eyes, one morning she discovered butterflies. We were sitting in the garden when one floated past, and her face lit up with wonder. She reached out slowly, breathless, pointing and whispering, "Look!" I had seen butterflies 1,000 times, but at that moment I saw it through her eyes like it was magic. Grandchildren remind us of life's miracles, the ones we rush past when we are too busy being grown-ups. Why it matters. Slowing down to see the world through a child's eyes returns us to gratitude, presence, and wonder. It's not just cute, it's spiritual. A bond without words. Before she could talk, we developed our own language. A squeal meant again. A hand on my cheek meant stay close. Her sleepy eyes finding mine across the room meant you are my safe place. And when she finally said, "Papa," I nearly wept. You realize as a grandparent how much can be communicated without words. Just being there, really being there, speaks volumes. Why it matters. Connection does not need complexity. Often, the most powerful relationships are built through simple, quiet presence. Watching your child become a parent. This one caught me off guard, seeing my daughter hold her baby, my granddaughter, for the first time. It cracked me wide open. In her, I saw echoes of myself, the fear, the protectiveness, the love. And I realized just how strong she had become. She was no longer just my little girl, she was a mother, and I got to witness the full circle of life, unfolding right before me. Why it matters. Watching your children become parents gives you a deeper appreciation for the sacrifices of your own parents and a fresh wave of pride in your legacy. Legacy becomes real at 70. I no longer worry about promotions or pension plans. What keeps me awake now is, what am I leaving behind? Grandchildren turn that question into action. The way I speak to her, the values I model, the traditions I share, they all become part of her story. One day, I told her the story of our family name and how her great-grandfather came to this country. She listened, wide-eyed, and then said, "Tell me again, legacy is not fame or fortune, it is in the bedtime stories. The recipes passed down. The quiet love. Why it matters. Becoming a grandparent gives you the sacred job of being a bridge between generations and helping shape how your family remembers itself. It brought me back to life before she was born. I was feeling flat. The house was quiet. The routine was the same. Life was good, but not exciting, not alive. Now, I laugh more. I dance around the living room. I wear silly hats. I have a reason to wake up and a small voice that lights up when I walk through the door. She brought color back into my days. She brought joy that surprised me. She brought me back to life. Why it matters. Grandchildren are not just an extension of your family. They can be the light that reignites your own spark in later life. Becoming a grandparent is not just a milestone. It is a spiritual awakening, a softening, a callback to your most essential self. So I ask you, what has your grandchild taught you? About love? What moments have surprised you the most? What wisdom do you hope to pass on? Share your answers in the comments. Let us honor this beautiful chapter together. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for more soul-deep reflections on aging, love, and purpose. And remember, grandchildren are the dots that connect the lines from generation to generation, but they also redraw the lines and color them in. Thank you for being here. May your grandparent journey bring you laughter, healing, and a soul more full than you ever imagined.